Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. I'm happy that you're back again. If this is your first time listening, this podcast was created for the aspiring entrepreneur who is trying to get over that hump, who doesn't have much resources or much help and just need that little extra push to get to that next level. This podcast was created for anybody who has a dream and an objective in life. So even if you're not an entrepreneur, I want you to understand that this podcast is for everybody who wants to reach success and wants to aspire higher. Don't forget to visit the website, mogulmotivation.com, where we offer free and practical blog posts on how to start your business and get it going forward. I don't ask for any money. This podcast is free. Downloads are free. You can subscribe on iTunes and on SoundCloud. The only thing that I ask is that if you find this podcast beneficial to you in any type of way, you pass it on to someone else who may benefit from it as well. So with that being said, I want to talk about something I've been doing for the past year, 2 years. I've been writing a book. It's a fiction novel. It's a drama. And I had this story in my head for a long time. And I didn't really get serious about writing this book until August 2016. So almost a year I've been writing this book. And it's been one of the most challenging things I've done in my life so far. You know, I've been writing this book. I'm currently on the third draft. You know, I've just been writing it, rewriting, and I'm not even at the editing stage yet. And I hope to have this book published either by the end of this year or sometime in 2018. But nevertheless, I started this book because I believe in the story, and I'm going to finish this book because I believe in the story and I care about this story. In your life, when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to whatever you're doing, what matters above all else is your story. You got to understand something. When you started on this journey, it stopped being about you a long time ago. Your story that you're writing right now through your emotions and through your life is going to inspire someone one day after you. It's going to be someone that you might not even know who it is. But your story is going to inspire somebody. John H. Johnson's story inspired me. I never met the man. He passed on before I had a chance to even know who he was. But his story inspires me. He doesn't know I exist, but his story inspired me to become the next great black media mogul from Chicago, Illinois. Somebody's story inspired you. I don't know who it is. I don't know where they are. I don't know what they did, but their story inspired you. And that's what's helping you get through these hard times as you're on this entrepreneurial journey, as you're trying to accomplish your goals. So everything you're doing now, you have to realize you can't quit, not only just for yourself, but because you have to inspire somebody else. It's going to be somebody else watching you that you don't even know who they are. You don't know they exist, but they're watching you. They're going to read about you. They're going to hear about you. And they're going to tell themselves, I can do that too. If they did it, I can do it too. You are the hero in this story. You're the hero to yourself and you're the hero to somebody else. You have to become a great epic in this life. The dictionary defines epic as a long poetic composition, usually centered upon a hero, in which a series of great achievements or events is narrated or elevated. So everything you're doing right now is important. You are the hero in your own story. You have to become a great epic in the world of short stories. So what does that mean? That means that the fact that you started on this path and the fact that you're going through ups and downs, all of this resistance, all of these antagonists, all of these conflicts, the fact that you're going through all of that, you have to finish it. You have to reach that conclusion. You have to get to the end. Whatever your end is, you have to get to that end. You can't stop. You can't leave it uncompleted. You can't leave any pages blank. You can't become a short story. A short story is basically when people start on these paths. They start a business. They have this idea to do this, to get in school, to become whatever it is they want to be, and they stop. It was short-lived. No one remembers a short story. No one remembers those. We only remember classics. We only remember great epics. And that's what you have to be. You have to continue to write your story through your emotions, through your actions, through your ambition. And you can't stop. You can't run out of pages. You can't run out of ink. It's okay if you pause, but you have to get right back and you have to keep writing. Because this is going to be one of the greatest stories ever told. When you're telling your children and your grandchildren, it's going to be something that's going to inspire other people. So that's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about whose story inspired you. Why do you want to become what you want to become? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you building this business? That's what I want you to think about right now, ladies and gentlemen. You are the hero. You are the protagonist. It's up to you to finish it. Just how it's up to me to finish that book that I've been writing for over a year. We must finish what we started. It's just that simple. You can't leave anything uncompleted. If you started that business, you have to finish that business. You have to build that business. Even if it's not meant to be for that particular business, you're still on the right path to start another business and make that one a success. If you're trying to get into school, you have to get into school and you have to graduate. If you want to find your career job, your career goal, you have to achieve it. We can't leave nothing unfinished in this life. It's just that simple. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very short, very brief. You have to be a great epic in a world of short stories. You have to be a great epic in a world of tragedies. You have to triumph in the end. You have to have that happy ending. It's up to you to make it happen. All we have to do is continue to work and continue to write these stories. And it will be done. So until next week, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue to imagine reality. Let's continue to aspire higher. And remember, your story isn't finished. You might be at the end of one chapter, but the story itself is not finished. Keep that in mind. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to you next week.